Good evening, VV Nation. My name is Ryan. Welcome to the channel. Now, tonight's presentation, it is Semiconductor Thursday, so of course we're going to talk about Nvidia, its earnings. We saw the results from the earnings report. We can see that the Blackwell delay may not be as serious as a problem as some did consider. And I know the street estimates were set rather high. They didn't meet quite those expectations. We could see that, not a whole lot of enthusiasm in the semiconductor space as of today. But I will say this, there's a lot of money pouring into the AI space. This is a hot space and demand is inevitable to grow. And there's one company, is actually a startup company, not even IPO'd yet, that's garnering a lot of attention. They're even making claims to be faster than Nvidia's H1 Hopper chip. Now, that being said, if you're trying to find a new stock, a new AI play that hasn't even hit the market yet, but is expected to be out by the end of the year, make sure to stick around so that way we can dive into the AI world and show you this valuable new stock that'll be hitting the market. Now, just looking at the title of the article, you can see the name of the company called Cerebra. Title is AI Startup Cerebra Debuts World Fastest Interference Service with a Twist. Now, the AI computer maker claims its interference service is dramatically faster and makes new kinds of agentic AI possible. And the article starts off by talking about the market itself. Look at this, generative artificial intelligence. That's the space the stock is getting into. Huge business here. It talks about OpenAI reportedly on course to collect $3.5 billion in revenue. Now, this company is based out of Sunnyvale, California, and this past Tuesday debuted its new inference service, which claims it's the fastest in the world. Now, it's claiming that it's 10 to 20 times faster than systems built than using the dominant technology provided by Nvidia, being the H100 Hopper. Every AI and every semiconductor chip company is coming after the Grace Hopper. This and is now trying to progress in its next stage of evolution, going to the Blackwell. Well, with Blackwell delays in sight, this gives another opportunity for companies to finally try to catch up to Nvidia. Now, you can see that Nvidia currently dominates the market, but for both training neural nets, including generative AI, which is the main focus by Cerebral. Now, Cerebral's plan of attack is a bit of a pivot point from the 8-year-old company. And that's right, this company is only 8 years old. I mean, Nvidia is a pretty young company itself. It introduced its first AI computer in 2019, really just focusing on selling machines to challenge Nvidia in training of neural nets. Now, I believe this to be the key to the whole article. Cerebra has set up its own inference data centers. That's correct. It's competing directly with Nvidia when it comes to its data centers. I mean, Nvidia is in the PC or personal computer market, but its main focus and the reason why it's over a $2 trillion market cap currently is because of the AI data growth. As I was going around on the internet doing some research, looking at articles, I did come across this. Now, if you know Glenn, he's a big fan of Palantir, and I like Palantir too, for one reason. Government contracts, especially with fears of a weakness in a global economy, recession fears, things of that nature. This is a game changer for a private startup company. Now, this has the potential to be quite the game changer, for as I read the article, I did come to find out that India actually lacks data centers. It does not have that many data centers or AI supercomputers within its territory, and they're planning to change that with a huge partnership when it comes to Cerebras. As I got further into the article, I did find this very interesting. Cerebra's claim to fame lies in its novel approach, was the opposite of the typical chip making process of cutting a wafer of silicon to create chips. Instead, Cerebra uses the entire silicon wafer as a large chip for its AI supercomputers. Well, you might be asking yourself, well, Ryan, why are you talking about this great company with all these wonderful opportunities, but yet we can't buy it? Well, here, look, as of last week, actually, August 20th, 2024, Cerebra Systems, a machine learning manufacturer of AI supercomputers, confidentially filed for an IPO that could happen in the second half of 2024. Now, the company is in talks with potential advisors, and from another article, it looks like it's actually going to be Citibank to take the company IPO. Details are still coming out when it comes to that, but right now, it looks like the valuation could be over $4 billion. Just to reiterate the importance and the value that the company potentially has going forward, look at this article from Forbes. Cerebra takes on Nvidia with AI models on its giant chip. You can see the chip right here, about the size of a dinner plate. Definitely a non-traditional approach, such as Nvidia or AMD going for smaller and smaller silicon wafer chips. Now, you can see AI, it's everywhere, right? But this system in particular, Cerebra Systems, is known for the Llama 3.1. This is the top AI model for Meta's open source platform. And the results from the prior article, this is exactly the model that was utilized for those results. Now the claims here, this is what's really shocking, that Cerebra claims its inference costs are 1/3 of those of Microsoft's Azure cloud computing platform while using 1/6 the power. Now with speeds that push the performance frontier and competitive pricing, Cerebra's inference is particularly compelling for developers of AI applications with real-time or high volume requirements. And that's exactly what all the Mag 7 stocks are looking for and what made Nvidia one of the Mag 7 stocks itself. Now, I know this video is much different than anything I've put in the past because this company is not even publicly traded, but I showed you that rumors are already coming out that the IPO is expected to happen before the end of this year. And with the non-traditional approach gaining a lot of attention from some big companies out there, especially when it comes to Meta platforms and their new Llama 3 open source platform, you can see why the competition is in focus when it comes to this company. Now, if you found the video informative and you see the potential to make some money with this company when it becomes an IPO, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so that way we can keep you updated going forward. Have a good night.
Hey VV Nation, knowledge is power. And I wish that when I started investing in the market that someone would have impressed upon me just how important knowledge is when investing in the stock market. Well, VectorVest is giving you that opportunity to take advantage of world-class information and courses at a reduced price at the end of the summer. Folks, if you go to www.vectorvest.com/sale, you will gain access to some of the best knowledge out there to help you to make better decisions in the stock market. Folks, again, knowledge is power, and this is your opportunity to take your investing to the next level.